Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the world, but he has never been known for his athleticism. He is athletic in more non-traditional senses, such as using his body and strength to get by his defenders, but that's not what this video is about. If you had watched the 2024 first round series between the Nuggets and the Lakers, you probably remember Nikola Jokic bullying the Lakers in the post. But what you missed was Jokic dominating the Lakers and Anthony Davis with his straight line speed. And that had created a domino effect that the Lakers could never recover from. It's game 3 with 8 minutes left in the third, and the Nuggets are up 1. Austin Reeves tries attacking Jokic at the pick and roll and gets to the rim but blows the layup. So with Reeves behind the play, Jokic runs to create that 5-on-4. Now he could have easily just jogged because he was already way ahead, but he sprints down to force Rui to pick him up. So then LeBron sees a wide open Murray and steps up, which means Gordon is now open on the baseline for a dunk. So the Lakers then use LeBron to attack Jokic. Davis gets the ball in a pretty good spot, but then he loses it. And as Davis is looking for the ball, Jokic sprints down again, which then forces AD to guard the perimeter. So as Gordon drives and kicks it out, Davis is forced to contest, and that opens up an offensive rebound opportunity for Denver. They eventually save the ball and still have the mismatch with Jokic and Rui. So then he smartly takes Rui in the post. That forces a double team, so Murray's now wide open for 3. With the Lakers needing a bucket, Anthony Davis tries to ISO Jokic. But as Jokic sees the ball come off, he starts to run knowing that Davis is behind. That forces LeBron to pick Jokic up. He's not the worst matchup for Jokic, but he can't expend all of his energy on defense. So when the Nuggets get into that triple handoff, LeBron doesn't want to contest KCP's jumper, and now the lead is up to 10. So at this point, the Lakers needed to score badly. They go to the double ball screen and get the 2-on-1 that they want. But watch AD. He's looking for the rebound, which allows Jokic to sprint again. Jamal Murray is able to find Porter for an open 3, and look who's there for the offensive rebound and putback. And that sets up Jokic's most impressive possession. Gabe Vincent tries to ISO Jokic, but he does a great job contesting his shot and then tips the ball away from Davis and to himself. Then he beats Davis down the floor, which brings Gabe Vincent in, and Reggie Jackson's now open for 3. In a 5-minute stretch, the Nuggets blew this game wide open because of their star player creating tons of opportunities by doing a simple thing. But I wanted to see if this would continue into the fourth. So with the Lakers season on the line and with just 4 minutes to go, watch where Anthony Davis is. If you can't find him, that's because he's not in the play. The man was absolutely exhausted. And with 3.5 minutes to go, Davis gets the board, and as the Lakers run, he's gonna pan out of the screen again. So it got me thinking, does this happen all the time? And when I looked at the numbers, some of the results were quite staggering. I watched 4 games, including last year's Western Conference Finals, and here's what I found. Nikola Jokic beat Anthony Davis down the floor 31 times in a 4-game sample size, and the Nuggets scored 40 points off those possessions. So by this point, you're probably thinking that Anthony Davis is just not well conditioned. While that may be somewhat true, I think there's something bigger that's going on here. Anthony Davis's game, like most other big men, is still mostly around the rim. So naturally, he's going to be much further away from the play if it goes the other way. This basically means he has way less room for error. Because when he takes a shot, it better go in or else Jokic is going to take off. And that's not on Davis, because when you're trying to shoot, you're trying to go with the mentality that you're going to make it. The second thing is, if you want AD to crash the glass, that's going to also open up Jokic fast breaks. So ideally, if he really wanted to take this away, he would have to play further from the rim, and I think we know how Lakers fans will react to that. This really comes down to roster construction. The Lakers wanted AD to play center to open up more space on the floor, but without another true paint presence, and before you say LeBron, he's usually on the perimeter because he's the point guard. So without another guy that could crash for boards, Davis is going to have to do the dirty work, which then is going to open up those fast breaks. If you remember back in 2023, the Lakers had signed Tristan Thompson right before the playoffs. He had played some garbage time, but Darvin Ham decided to bring him in an elimination game to play alongside with Anthony Davis. And that's because it allows one guy to crash the boards and one big man to stay back in case Jokic runs. So then it begs the question, why can't the Lakers do this to Jokic? The Nuggets only play one big man, and the Lakers can benefit a lot from running more fast breaks. Well, Jokic is really particular about when he's crashing for boards, because he's basically the Nuggets point guard. He's actually on the perimeter more often than not. And no one's going to complain about that because he's a shooting threat and he runs a lot of the Nuggets' actions. So oftentimes when the Nuggets miss, Nikola Jokic is already getting back. But when Jokic crashes the glass, he's never trying to move his body in front of his matchup. They might be on the side of him, but Jokic is never going to get in front. The most important thing he does to get offensive rebounds is to make sure that his matchup can't get off the ground. Because by making contact with someone, they can't get the lift they need, and now Jokic could use his arms to reach around and grab the offensive rebound. So Nikola Jokic is never going to be one of the fastest players on the floor, but there have been multiple reports talking about his speed being very underrated. Jokic is probably not going to beat the more traditionally athletic players in a 60-yard dash, but that speed difference becomes much more negligible in a basketball setting, especially when Jokic has the motor and stamina that most players don't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.